Hey everybody, we're about to go live with the Game Awards. I got myself some pizza. It's been a minute since I have, like many months since I have, should be almost a year since I had pizza. I finally got a chance to go out to the gym this morning because I figured I need to go to the gym at least before it starts really getting cold and crazy out there. And this is like the nicest day that we had in a while so far, so it's like I took the time to do it. Even got some fries too, and I got myself like a pineapple hard iced tea. I wanted some wine coolers, but it comes in like a 6-pack and I only need like one bottle, maybe two, but I don't want to buy the freaking 6-pack. But yeah, I'm super excited. I'm gonna crack this open. Dang. I clipped my fingernails. Shoot. So I can't really open this up single-handedly. Salud. Right out the freezer. You know, we got like 20 minutes before the thing starts. Oh. Hope everybody's having a good time. And make sure like I had napkins and everything like that, so I don't have no reason to get up if I don't need to. But who do you hope to win Game of the Year? And I do hope they announce the Wolverine game at some point. Yeah, so I'm watching it directly on IGN. So yeah, so this little haven't anything to eat all day, so so excuse me. Well, it has some music playing on here, so there. Told him easy on the cheese. Not much of a cheese eater, but you know. Still like my pizza. I got sausage, pepperoni, black olives, and pineapple. I don't care what anybody says. I like pineapple on my pizza. 16 minutes. I was hoping to make sure that I could get online before things start kicking off. Yep, 6:30. Cool, wait, what? I want to get myself prepared. Huh. What's messages me? Sorry, just checking messages. Long ass French fry. You know, my other option would have been Chick-fil-A, but considering that the Chick-fil-A are normally the closest Chick-fil-A is by me, don't Grubhub don't deliver this way anymore. Don't know when that stopped. But it has been a while since I had pizza. Oh, there's another thing. I was planning on going to see the Wonka movie, but from early reviewers that I follow mention how like it's a very mid movie. It's okay, but it lacked what we was kind of hoping for, because it's supposed to be like a prequel to the Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka film, which had like a real edge to it that we all liked. And you know, Wonka almost had like a subtle sadistic thing to him, but he's still good, but kind of like teaching like these like bad spoiled kids kind of a lesson. And he kind of stripped that away, and it's like, well, what's the point of going to a Wonka movie then? You know what been good promotion? If select movie theaters offer free candy, when going to see the Wonka film, that'd been great promotion material, because like Willy Wonka is a candy manufacturer, and it's like, I was like, oh my god, that'd been like a great idea. Now think about it, I want it, at some point I should do a review of the original Willy Wonka movie. I gotta hit the spot. Now, there was the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka film. That also is just okay. Not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it still lacks something. I don't know. Is there something about the Gene Wilder one that maybe it's because it was made in like the 80s? You can get away with a lot of stuff that right now wouldn't be seen as okay anymore. Not like it's raunchy or anything like that, but it's just like you wouldn't be, even with the Johnny Depp one, you at least he got away with messing with these kids' minds a little bit because they're spoiled brats. So from what I've heard from credible reviewers that I follow, it doesn't play to one side or the other or anything like that. It's like they give their like objective opinion. It's like, yeah, they don't, you know, have that edge to it. So it's like, okay, if you don't have the same edge that even the Johnny Depp one at the very least, then you have a problem. And it's like, how did this Timothy Chalamet twink version of Willy Wonka get to be the sadistic, you know, subtle sadistic version of what Gene Wilder had? Hold on a second. Oh, I might as well watch it on GameSpot. It's fine. You got like 8.5 minutes left. You know, I just recently found out that the Santa Claus TV show, after I did my review on the Santa Claus trilogy up on my channel, youtube.com/talkativecarl, if you want to check out my thoughts on the trilogy. I mentioned a third film that would have been a good idea for a storyline, you know, asking about who was the previous Santa Claus that we never really got to know, and you know how long was his reign and everything, you know, since. And it kind of, I guess, answered that, maybe touched on it in the first season of the show, but I don't know, I don't care enough to go watch it. It wasn't like a pivotal plot point. The plot point that I was really leaning into was him wanting to retire, so that's why I didn't really bother with it. And right now, Tim Allen's going through some kind of scandal where one of the actresses, you know, didn't have like a good, you know, work relationship with this guy, Tim Allen, because he, I guess he, you know, complained to the producer or director or something like that about her stepping on his lines and stuff like that, and he was kind of agitated, so she took offense to it. So there's this whole tumultuous thing going on, which leads to the belief, like, okay, you know, I'm surprised it even got a second season, but I definitely don't think it's going to be a third season. Not with her release. 6 minutes and counting. And I checked my post on my YouTube with who do you guys think will win Game of the Year? And a lot of people are leaning into like the Super Mario. Oh, like, wow, Super Mario. I like Super Mario too, but how different is it from any other Super Mario game except for maybe the graphics? So excuse me if I am not really impressed with Super Mario Wonder. I'm not saying like, oh, it must be a bad game, but it's like at least you can have a distinction between like Mario Party and Mario Kart and Super Smash Brothers. They're all different things, or even, you know, Mario Super Sluggers. They're all different things. They do different things. And in terms of game mechanics, with Super Mario Wonder, it just seems like the same side-scrolling, you know, thing that we expect from Super Mario. Maybe aside from maybe a few outliers and power-ups, like I think I've seen one image where he turns into an elephant, and it's like, okay. Oh, and I won't be streaming next Saturday since I'm going out to like a Christmas bar crawl. But the week following, I'll be really going ham on my reviews and walkthroughs and stuff like that, because it's gonna be very light with work that week. So I'll have plenty of time to play games and review material. It's like 3 minutes. I'll get this up here. So I'm gonna watch it on GameSpot, but I'm gonna try to, you know, watch out for certain copyright music, because you know they're gonna have some kind of crazy. They know that a bunch of people's gonna be live streaming this, so you bringing in like some crazy rock band that we know we can't, you know, have it play on our feeds, and so I don't know why they even bothered to, like, they could have just skipped that. But I guess it's kind of like the whole SNL thing. You gotta have like some type of, you know, entertainment inside the entertainment. A minute and a half left. Oh, and happy first day of Hanukkah, people. those who celebrate Hanukkah. Okay. Here we go.
After it's over in 2.5, 3 hours, depending on how it goes, please come back and join us so we can talk about it. And just one last time, this is brought to you by Sega and Ryuga Goto Studios, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, which will be coming out on consoles January 26th and PC. It's I love the first one. I love Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon. It's a great game, and there's a rooster named Omelette who helps you run your businesses and become a manager. And
that's compelling right there.
I know. So thank you so much. It's gonna be an exciting
I'm going to
moment.
have to mute my mic because it's picking up too much stuff right now.
Cue you. See you later. Have fun. Enjoy it. Till next time, which is post-show soon. Bye.
Oh, hi, it's me, Sydney Goodman, here to greet you all at what I consider to be my favorite holiday of the season, the 2023 Game Awards. And just like New Year's Eve, our Game Awards opening act is as full of excitement and celebration as the big event. Tonight, the Game Awards will celebrate the best in gaming from the past year, and we've got more than a dozen new game announcements. Plus, the old gods of Asgard are here from Alan Wake 2. They take the stage. For the first time ever, it is truly magical here, live at the Peacock Theater for gaming's biggest night. We are streaming around the world, connecting millions of gamers and fans and getting you all stoked for our big show. But before that, it's time to get cozy with our very first world premiere of the night. Yes, let's hear it. It comes from a creator who has already claimed Game of the Year in the past here at TGA, but this time, we're going back to the title that started it all for him a decade ago. Here's the first ever look at a beautiful remake of Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, originally created by director Joseph Fares.
Brother Bear.
Incredible, and how perfect that right after the world premiere of Brothers, we have the award for Best Family Game. These are the games that bring families together or tear them apart, depending on how dirty you play. And the nominees are Disney Illusion Island, Party Animals, Pikmin 4, Sonic Superstars, and Super Mario Bros. Wonder. And the Game
Super
Award
Mario.
goes to Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Shocker. Like they can hold a candle to, the other can hold a candle to Super Mario, the biggest family game ever.
Thank you so much for this award. This is shared with all the teams at Nintendo that worked on Super Mario Bros. Wonder. In my experience, the team really tried to develop a game that allowed people to work together, to play together, whether it was friends or it was family. And for me, my personal experiences, nothing brings a family together more than trying to rescue an empire, a kingdom in distress from the evil likes of Bowser. Whether you're playing Whether you're playing as Elephant Mario, Peach, Yoshi, or Nabbit, this game goes to everyone that created such a wonderful experience. Thank you.
Congratulations, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. And now I have a little treat for all of you. 3 world premieres in a row. What? First up is the next game from Daniel Mullins, the creator of the TGA-nominated independent game, Inscryption.
Wait a second, hey.
I mean, it's definitely unique, but it's not really sparking my interest. Rise of the Golden Bitch. It is unique to have 3 world premieres in a row. Okay, now this looks interesting. I'm intrigued. I like the look of the character and the world around her. I'm just not too keen on the whole unusual June. I'm not too keen about the voice. You know, like it's so weird. Like it's like, what's with that voice?
With your giant monsters in your social media. And speaking of social media, TikTok Live Fest is happening now across 50+ countries on TikTok. Check out the participating gaming creators and don't forget to share all of your favorite gaming moments on TikTok with #GamingOnTikTok. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, but there is plenty more opening act after a very important message. Don't skip this cutscene, people.
The journey ended here.
A place of wonder and awe. We breached the cosmic veil and reached a new planet. Yet generations later, this world remains untamed. Our reunion was foretold, our paths destined to cross. I'm here for you now, Administrator.
Ghost of Tsushima? Ghost of Tsushima? No. I love Japanese brushstrokes. It's one of my favorite art styles, but it kind of gives me a whole Shifu thing going on. You are the chosen one. It's on Steam anyway.
Rogue Trader has fallen. Now I must take up their mantle to restore the dynasty to its former glory, to reclaim what humanity has lost, to venture forth into darkness and bring the light of the Emperor to the uncharted void. Dangerous heretics, vile mutants, and Xenos threats beyond number. All must be cleansed in his name. The choices I make will shape the course of my destiny. And with each haunted step, I wonder, where will my journey end?
Wait, you're Connor Kenway.
Good thing for you that I am here, then.
Today, you are to see a traitor to the crown, hanged by the neck. For his crime, the penalty is death.
It's a VR game. I still have not gotten into any VR stuff at all.
Today on the canals with my good friend Ezio. What could be better?
Flatter me as always, Antonio.
In the end, the Templars will succeed.
I mean, I like the Assassin's Creed franchise fine, but man, their side quests are, you know, such a slog. But I never got into the VR thing. I don't think they got to the point where it actually looks decent. I mean, man, I'm thinking it looks decent, but it's not like something that, I don't know, really made me want. It's no game that made me want to actually buy an Oculus.
I'm still Sydney Goodman, here with another award, this time for innovation in accessibility. The gaming community is massive, but honestly, it should be even bigger. And these nominees are pushing gaming beyond its current limits. Their teams have created software and hardware that make it possible for people of all abilities to experience the medium of gaming, with accessible features and technology that get us all one step closer to a seamless play for everyone. These nominees are doing the work, and they are Diablo 4, Forza Motorsport, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel's Spider-Man 2, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6. And the Game Award goes to Forza Motorsport.
Freaking what? Forza? people actually bought that, you know, racing game? Honestly,
Since this category was introduced several years ago, I think we've seen a dramatic shift in the whole industry.
I mean, good for them, but it's like Forza.
And with this list of amazing
At the very least, I mean, like the other stuff, I can, you know, they are in other categories, so they can, you know, I guess lose this one. That's fine. Innovative stuff, I would think would have gone to Hi-Fi Rush because that's probably like the newish game.
The real winners here are the players who have so many great games to play.
But it's like, I don't know. I never played a racing game. Well, I never owned a racing game. Like, I played racing games before when I was a little kid, but it never was my jam. My brother likes racing games. I think he played a lot back then, but he preferred racing games because he likes cars.
And last but not least, Brandon Cole for being our accessibility consultant and partner for the last 2 years.
What makes a game accessible? As long as you can play it, isn't it all accessible?
Congratulations, Forza Motorsport. Here at the Game Awards, we believe strongly in accessibility and want to celebrate any game that makes it a priority. And our next developer, The Odd Gentleman, believe that by making their games and their company accessible and inclusive, they can develop new types.
Wait a minute, where's Jeff anyway? It's weird that he's not
We
here.
created the following game in a
Where's Jeff Keighley?
collaboration with artists and developers from the deaf community. And we are very excited to reveal it now. This is Harmonium the Musical.
I do want to learn ASL at a certain point. Always something that interested me. But I guess it's cool to have, like, you know, representation in terms of like the deaf community. But probably got to cut off the whole music thing. Sorry, but it's just, I don't know. You don't know if it's copyrighted or not. But yeah. And it doesn't seem pandery at all. It's just like, it seems very like earnest and authentic, which I appreciate when it comes to inclusivity. Not this, because you can tell if you watch certain things long enough, you'll notice a pattern, and it isn't like you know, hokey. So yeah, this seems like you know, a very Harry Potter-esque with music. And, you know, very steampunk too. And of course you get the steampunk community on your side, that, you know, bonus, you know. And the kid's adorable. You know, great harmonium. You know, perfectly drawn. Netflix games.
Honestly, I don't know how much better gaming can get. What happens past a golden age? Platinum? Is this the platinum age of gaming? Also, can I please be paid in platinum? I'd like it direct deposited, please. And now, I have the honor of announcing the winners for our 5 esports categories. The nominees for
Nobody
Best
cares about that.
Esports Athlete are Faker, Zywoo, Demon One, Hydra, Ruler, and Imperial How. And the game award goes to Faker. For Best Esports Coach, the nominees are Potter, Zonic, Gunba, Ecstasy, and Homie. And the game award goes to Potter. For Best Esports Event, here are the nominees.
It's probably gonna go to
2023
Evo.
Legends World Championship, Blast TV Paris Major 2023, Evo 2023, the International Dota 2 Championships 2023, and Valorant Champions 2023. And the game award goes to 2023 League of Legends World Champion.
Look, how many people really care about the whole Evo thing? Honestly, and how you even, you know, who do you send to go check for that? Which one of these things? Who, not all of them are fighter or shooter game oriented. So it's like, how can you measure that?
Gaming Gladiators, JD Gaming, and Team Vitality. And the Game Award goes to JD Gaming. Huge congratulations, everyone. I love esports. I'm a huge esports fan.
Liar. Look, this stuff kind of need to be cut out. The esports stuff, if you're like a super hardcore, like, you know, involved in this kind of things, you probably will care about it. But most people don't care about, you know, who these teams are, really.
I think we can trust them to crush it again. This is Windblown.
It's like a multiplayer thing. Very Sonic Heroes. Don't know if that's copyrighted or not. It reminds me of that that early, not V, well, it's kind of not VR specifically. It was one of those Connects. Remember, like Xbox Connects, where it's trying to ape off of the Nintendo Switch, like, you know, joystick thing, where you can swat at like certain rhythmic, you know, type of game, whatever. That's what it reminds me of.
In case you didn't know, it's from the same artist slash composer that blew our minds back in 2016 with the cult hit Thumper. I'm so excited we've got another mind-bending game coming from him in 2024. Special shout out to Samsung and Samsung Gaming Hub, who, not to brag, are also throwing a massive Game Awards viewing party over at Samsung's New York City flagship location with Typical Gamer and Chica. I wish I could be at two places at once, but the last time I tried to clone myself, I sparked a pretty sizable fire in the MIT Experimental Physics Lab. Oops, but we can talk about that later. Let's check out what Samsung is coming out with now.
Yeah, another copyright thing, so I cut that off. Oh my god, this is so anime. What's Persona? A Persona game? Yeah, it looks like a straight up like some anime type of game, like some it looks Persona. Isn't it Persona? Persona? That's what it looks like. I never played a Persona game, but I know what it is. That's what it reminds me of. If you love your anime boys, like, a lot of girls will just get so into this. Persona, I know it looks like a Persona game. It's like, you know, just it's immediately it just click in my head. Never got into Persona like that, but it just because I know what it looks like, it immediately just clicks in my brain.
Coming for a new Persona game that is. I still want to be Sydney. But enough about me. Make sure to stay tuned as Google and the Fold 5 are bringing you a spectacular celebration of mobile gaming. It's going to be an epic event just like this next world premiere. It's a product of a surprise team up between 2 nominated games tonight. Let's check it out.
You know what would have been cool is to have another Catherine game. Remember Catherine Love Body? It should have been like not a sequel, but like another story set in the world of that.
I can't believe it. It's almost time for our big show. The theater is filling up behind me. It's hard to hear myself think over all the excitement, but I have to keep it together because I have the next award ready to go. Here are your nominees for Content Creator of the Year. Iron Mouse, People Make Games, Quackity, Spring, and Cypher PK. And the Game Award goes to Iron Mouse.
I just feel like Iron Mouse because all I could think about is like Dead Mouse.
Iron Mouse is animated, and sadly we're not in the Matrix yet, but she did send us a message. Take it away, Iron Mouse.
I am so incredibly honored to have been the recipient of the Content Creator of the Year award. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest heartfelt gratitude to the
Support AI
gathered around my streams, and I also want to extend a very special thanks to Bishojo, who brings all my ideas to life. Thank you so much to my team that hosts me every single day, and thank you so much to the Game Awards. I still can't believe this is all happening. Thank you again, everybody.
Congratulations, Iron Mouse. Okay, we're getting so close to the big show, but I'm not ready to let go just yet. And no, I'm not a narcissist, I'm just a hoarder of world premieres. And up next is a very special world premiere. 15
Oh, the Game Awards isn't officially started.
What a beautiful
That June game looks a little bit more interesting.
Too bad they never made another one.
I'll write down a lot of games that kind of catch my interest that I might want to get. Can't remember the title exactly, but I just know it's like a June game or something like that. It's June something. They kind of look like that Pokemon Unknown. That's what they remind me of. Either that or Venom. World of Goo 2. Just call it Venom.
Man, that is
We are Venom.
almost as satisfying as the Game Awards show that's minutes away. We have one more huge world premiere, a brand new fantasy RPG from the creators of Persona 3, 4, and 5. And tonight they're giving us a glimpse into the story, characters, and gameplay. Let's do this.
It's a story about a world very different from ours.
Tis a world where all people are equal and no conflict exists, much like the world His Highness once dreamt of.
To put it another way, this is a fantasy.
Atlas.
Your fool of a king is dead.
Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
The fortress at the border was raised by a human mere days ago. You can only blame your king's weakness. Who deserves his crown? A man of proven strength.
The people of my land desire a new king, and I shall provide.
Welcome one and all to the inauguration of the tournament for the throne!
Small wonder when any among the populace might be king.
Their speeches of tribal harmony mean nothing when every day they cheat and abuse us!
It tells of a world tonight has one tribe.
If only our lives were anything like the world in your novel.
Our lives are decided at birth by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are.
There was a plot in his life. One I wish I'd written out sooner.
You're no ray of hope.
You gave up on your hopes, but I will not.
Now let's see what manner of story you'll weave.
Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
Okay, my friends, that is it for our opening act, but we are very far from done. Our big show is about to begin, but don't worry, this isn't the last you'll see of me. I'm staying all night, baby. And I cannot wait because this show is absolutely stacked. We have tons of big awards, even more world premieres of brand new games, and an incredibly special guest, a legendary actor and performer of both the stage and screen, the Muppet himself, the great Gonzo. I have to admit, I'm freaking out. I'm completely starstruck. And get this, the cast of the show, based on the Fallout franchise, is here to debut an exclusive new look at the series. The vault is opening in a huge way tonight. Okay, thank you all for going on this journey with me. You're the best companions a host could ask for. Let's do the boss level. The 2023 Game Awards starts now.
Welcome to the Game Awards 2023. Now, here's your host, the creator of the Game Awards, Jeff Keighley.
There he is. There he is. Kojima.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Game Awards. Tonight is our 10th TGA, a global celebration of video games, and boy, do we have a show for you. I am so excited to get this started. Together, we are going to recognize outstanding creative work in games in 2023, and we'll look into the future with an astonishing lineup of world premieres. More than anything, this is a show about bringing our community together in this room and online around the world to focus on something we can all agree on. There's nothing more powerful or more immersive than an extraordinary video game. Great games comfort us, help us understand different perspectives on the world, and maybe even change us. That's what makes this medium different. Games, the actual things we play, are insanely special, and we're going to celebrate that for the next few hours. And we've got such an amazing group of people with us. They're built by talented creators and teams, and many of them are here tonight. Mr. Aonuma, Mr. Fujibayashi, great to see you back after winning Game of the Year in 2017 for Breath of the Wild. Good luck tonight. one of our industry's greatest creative and technical forces, Mark Cerny, PlayStation's lead system architect, celebrating 25 years of Cerny games. Thank you for being here, Mark. Of course, the team behind Pizza Tower's here, too. Everyone's here. Melina Jurgens, our best performance winner in 2017 for Hellblade. Welcome. I think we'll be seeing you a little bit later tonight. And we are also honored to be joined by the Tujimoto family, Haru and Ryozo, who are celebrating 40 years of Capcom this year, and a Game of the Year nomination for Resident Evil. Welcome, guys. It's so great to have you with us. Now, we have a big show, so let's get right into it. To present tonight's first award is last year's winner of Best Performance. Please join me in welcoming back to the Game Awards, yep, we're gonna do it, the actor behind Kratos in God of War, Christopher Judge.
And you know you're gonna take a corny joke about how long he took last time. It's gonna be so cringe.
Good evening, everybody. It is such a pleasure to be back here. I have such great memories of last year, Mr. Pacino, forgetting to thank my wife. Mother. All right. I get it. I'm not gonna stand up here making long speeches. I'm gonna stick to the script. No 8-minute speech like last year. But fun fact, my speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. What? Another company I'll never work for. I'm here to present the award for Best Performance in a year of games, beloved by audiences and acclaimed by critics. These actors delivered 6 unforgettable performances. And here are the nominees.
Best Performance.
Revenge is a weapon. It's been a long 5 years. Hope may feel beyond our grasp.
You play grown-up games, you face grown-up consequences.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake? Wake has a double.
My name's Astarion. They won't ever control me again.
Ready for your annual physical?
We have to talk. I'm the hero here.
Whoever wins, Jeff has given me the okay to say, take as long as you want to, thank everyone who's ever meant anything in your life, and I dare you, I double dare you to try to break my record, 7 minutes, 59 seconds. And the award goes to Neil Newbon.
Is that a kimono he's wearing? And you can tell, you can see like all the security people, you know, nearby, just in case somebody try to go on the stairs and they're not supposed to be. They were thinking.
Hi. This is unreal.
Baldur's Gate.
I don't have much time. But I'll give it a shot. So, thank you so very, very much for everyone that voted.
Is he wearing armor?
Fellow actors, the nominees, unbelievable talent. To be even considered amongst you is extraordinary, so thank you very much indeed. to Swen, to Larian, to all the writers, to Stephen Rooney, the writer of Astarion, I'm going to forget everybody, to Pitstop, who worked so hard, the directors, my fellow actors, 248 incredible actors that gave it heart and soul, to mi familia, gracias para todos, gracias, gracias, y Coco también, and to my agents, I will thank you later. I'm sorry, I'm going to wrap it up apparently. One thing I will say, please, if that's okay, the community has reached out to so many of us at Larian and said they were seen and they were represented by this game when they lost hope, they felt isolated, they felt alone, and this game brought them together and gave them something to push through to help them all. And to you, I want to say thank you so much for seeing us. I appreciate it. You're not going to do this, none of us are. Thank you.
I mean, I did the kimono though. I want a kimono like that.
Great speech and short, so thank you. There are lots more awards to come, but now it's time to look ahead to what you'll be playing next. Let's get to those world premieres. And for the honor of presenting our first one, it's an incredible thrill to introduce a true Renaissance fan. Please welcome Academy Award-winning actor and New York Times best-selling author, Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Thank y'all for having me. Good to be here. What's up, everybody? Good to be here with you at the Game Awards.
Of course, I gotta have some kind of A-list celebrity.
The line that has preceded me all my career. All right. But they told me, they said, no, don't do that. Come out and say, pew. All right, we'll see how that ends. I'm here tonight because I have a world premiere for you.
Keanu Reeves was still the best guest actor in these award shows. He's still up there.
I'm also here tonight because the video game that I'm premiering is the first ever video game that I'm a part of. Hey, when the Archetype team first reached out to me, I was excited about becoming a part of the gaming world, but what really turned me on was when they shared the game's vision and my role in it. I will be voicing a character in this game, and all I can say is that I will have a unique relationship with every player. In this game, time moves differently. Days for you are decades for your loved ones back home. The choices that you make not only affect the people that you love, they'll also affect your entire civilization for generations to come. Now, personally, I have had some experience with time dilation. And now you can too. So now I'm proud to share the first ever look at Exodus.
Max, we need to head back.
Hold on, I'm getting a reading.
Max!
What she found that day was a miracle. It would be our salvation to fight against the Celestials, humanity's greatest enemy.
This is it.
They found us.
Stop! Stay down!
The Celestials hunted us down. I knew they'd keep chasing us until they ripped our ship apart, and I had to save her. I led them away from this world, away from her. We both knew the cost of using the gates. When you travel at light speed, time slows to a crawl. It was only days for me, but an entire lifetime passed for her. And in the chaos of those final moments, we never said goodbye.
No, come with me! Wait! Please! Tom! I love you.
service. Our sacrifice discovers worlds, seeds hope, breaks empires. We are the travelers.
Okay, but where's Matthew McConaughey?
That is a very exciting project, giving me some Mass Effect vibes, and I appreciate the team sharing the first glimpse of gameplay at the end there. Looks great. All right, well, now we're going to go right on to another world premiere.
God of War? Is it God of War? Yeah, God of War! Wow, I didn't think they was gonna get something new. I thought it was gonna be years.
Oh, nothing that would help us.
Master thyself.
Are you doing Christianity?
Tell me, brother, why exactly are we doing this?
I must face this.
No shame in what just happened. It's all part of the process. Let's go again.
Oh, it's some kind of DLC. Valhalla. Oh, in just like a few days. Free DLC. Well, that's surprising. I thought it was going to show, you know, like, oh, they're in like a whole new.
Nice holiday surprise for PlayStation.
I thought it was going to be a whole new thing.
Valhalla, an adventure that blends God of War Ragnarok's combat with elements inspired by the roguelike genre for an emotional, unexpected, and fun new twist. And yes, as you saw, it is free. The team at Santa Monica Studio are fans of their fans and are offering this DLC, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, as a gift to the community, and you will be able to download it in just 5 days on December 12th. Amazing. All right, switching gears. Our next world premiere comes from a small independent team of developers in Australia. I love that this show can give a platform to independent creators. Their last game in 2019 was a sensation, and their next project is equally exciting and unexpected.
Oh, there they are.
Where? Oh, I see them.
Let's go.
What's with this funky music? You know what they remind me of? Those little things people have on their desk when they kind of like a bird dipping its head to take a drink of water or something. That's what they remind me of. And someone decided to make a game out of that. some of these games are kind of more kiddie than it needs to be.
I did a playtest of that game about a year ago and had so much fun. It is a very special and unique game, and I'm honored we got to share it with you here at the show. All right, while you're watching TGA, head to TGASteamDeck.com right now. We're doing another Steam Deck giveaway. This time it's the brand new 1 terabyte Steam Deck OLED featuring an HDR OLED display. Enter now only during the live show at TGASteamDeck.com for a chance to win one of 100 OLEDs. All right, trust me, we are just getting started, guys. There are so many game announcements, awards, and musical performances ahead, including the Old Gods of Asgard from Alan Wake 2. Just wait, it's amazing. We'll be right back.
I'm here to save a prince. Are you now?
Prince Hassan has been kidnapped.
The Prince of Persia?
You are to leave for Mount Carp at once.
I played like a demo of an old Prince of Persia game back in the day. You know, that's alright, but you know, never got really into it.
It's a maze here, but I feel I've walked this path before. Farum, you all right? I saw our kingdom engulfed in flames. There's nothing you can do to stop me.
How am I still alive?
You seem stronger, but not strong enough to save a friend yet. Are you courageous enough and clever enough to save your friend?
I'll do whatever it takes.
I'll be right back, people.
I'm proud to introduce to you to one of my favorite bands, Heilung.
Sorry about that. I had to run to get me some fruit. When I was out to exercise, I, made a point to stop by and get some mixed fruit because it's been a minute. I was band playing. No good, I didn't miss much. It's just a Lego thing. I'm surprised that Yuri Lowenthal didn't get, best performance. Or at the very least, who was the only one on there? Not Idris Elba, but was somebody else that I thought would have gotten performance. Usual Joan. Oh, Cameron Monaghan. That's the only person I thought would have got it besides Yuri Lowenthal. So I was totally shocked by that. Usual Joan. I'll write that down. Yeah, mango, strawberries, and pineapple.
This place of fear and fury. Do you hear it? The heartbeat of the lost ones. I can feel them on my skin. Each death, inked in blood. I won't stop fighting for them until the very last beat fades away. You want the truth? All the lives inside me tell me to let go. The shadow will always hang over me.
Jury Laura Croft, pretty much.
All right, what an amazing new look at the gameplay and world of Hellblade 2 coming in 2024 to Xbox, PC, and Game Pass. Now to present our next award, please welcome a former Game Award winner nominated tonight for Best Fighting Game, the creative director of NetherRealm Studios. It's Ed Boon!
Get over here!
Get over here!
The best stories are the ones we get lost in. Tonight's nominees for Best Narrative got us all in their drama, in their characters, and yes, sometimes in some weird stuff we can't explain. Here are the nominees.
Best Narrative.
In a horror story, they're only victims and monsters.
Blackheath blesses me this day. Together, we might survive.
Attention, all personnel! We have uninvited guests!
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on. He's here on some kind of hunt.
He's not himself.
You want to join us?
And the award goes to Alan Wake 2.
I was kind of hoping for Spider-Man, but I guess. As long as it's not like that freaking Baldur's Gate, because I don't know where Baldur's Gate came from to just get these crazy accolades.
Thank you so much. Alan Wake 2, from the beginning, was a very story-focused project for us. I share this with the whole narrative team, the writers, Clay, Tyler, Sinica, narrative designers who made the story into gameplay, Simone, Molly, the whole narrative team, directors working with actors, Anssi, Hannah, Rosie, Holly, all the wonderful actors here tonight, some of them, Melanie, Ilkka, Matt and David, but the whole cast, wonderful actors, and the song makers who made custom music, custom songs to extend the story. Here tonight, later, Poets of the Flawless, Old Gods of Asgard, Poe, This Road, every song maker coming through Fright Music for our chapter songs. Thank you.
I was on mute this whole time. You don't have to thank half of the freaking planet. Just say like the writers, the directors, my family, my friends. Keep it short. Let's go. Nobody has all day.
ことができます。私たちはボーダーレス。私たちはアーティスト。私たちはどこにでも存在する。私たちは安心。
I really want to go to Japan. I gotta make sure I save up some money to get myself to Japan to spend at least a week there.
Her own independent studio in Tokyo, and she wanted to show you what she's been working on before she's even signed it with a publisher or a platform. I said, come to this show, just show it to the audience and the fans first. So that's what we're gonna do. We're honored to have her back at the Game Awards. Please give a warm welcome to Akumi Nakamura.
Many amazing gamers! Hi, Ikumi Nakamura desu. Konnichiwa. I'm super excited to be on this stage again. Thank you. First, I want to say thank you to the Anshin artist, Miteru. And you, thank you, all you. Your support changed my life. Today, I am honored to introduce our first project, Kemuri. It's time to see the unseen. Meet it! Bye-bye!
Not too shabby.
So many incredible projects tonight. Thank you, Kumi. Now, tonight, it's not lost on me that all of our Game of the Year nominees are from big established franchises. And while we all love a big sequel, it's important to use a place like TGA to introduce you to brand new worlds like what you just saw with Kemuri and like this project.
My sister fair, she sings like morning. My sister true, she laughs like noon. My sister grace, she drowned this evening, but still visits by the light of the moon. We prayed for summer, we
Yeah, you can never tell with these, what's copyrighted or not. But the Kemuri game, I don't know if it's the name Kemuri or just the lady's name Kemuri, but that looked interesting. It's definitely got an Ori vibes, but I also get Arcana a little bit. Like, I want to see a sequel to Evil West a little bit.
not quite the same.
That's No Rest for the Wicked, an action RPG from Moon Studios, and more information is coming March 1st, as you saw with the Wicked Inside Showcase. Tonight, during the Game Awards, viewers in the U.S. can enter to win one of 100 Lenovo Legion Go gaming handhelds, a Windows 11 gaming PC in your hand. Head to TGALegion.com before the end of the show to enter for your chance to win. Here's a look at the Legion Go in action.
I mean, I make sure like I jot down any games that might at least be somewhat interesting. No Rest for the Wicked seems a little interesting, so I'm gonna make sure like I write them down so that way I can like some point early next year I can revisit and make sure like I double check and see what's going on with these games, because only a portion of these games are coming out next year. More than likely a lot of these gonna get pushed back to like 2025 more than likely. So yeah, so usual June, No Rest for the Wicked, and what else? Kamuri is the only like game so far that seems a little bit interesting that I would at the very least want to revisit and see like what gameplay looks like and so on and so forth.
Teach me the ways of the Na'vi.
Look, you can call me a hater, but can we like kill this franchise dead? This whole Avatar, the blue monkey people. It's so boring. It's just like at least got the same, not same, but just ape off the same narrative as like Pocahontas or things of that nature.
Good day, Sot. You're just a wiffle waffle. You can't even aim when you go into battle.
I am a baron. You are a border. I write decrees. You mix mortar.
Hi, Arnie. I got an acre. You eat horse bread because your mom's a baker.
We have been saying it all night, but it really has been an outstanding year for gaming. And now to talk about some of the biggest games, it's a pleasure to welcome from the Muppets, that's right, the great Gonzo!
Oh, thank you! Hey, Jeff. It's great to be here. Hello, everybody.
Hey, buddy, thanks for coming. Looks like you're kind of wearing what I'm wearing?
Yeah, it's like looking in a mirror, isn't it?
Well, I really
don't think.
So Gonzo, what have you been playing? Seriously, what have you been playing? Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Gonzo's buying everyone popcorn tonight.
Hey, wait a minute. All right, that was a good one. You got me. Well played, Jeff.
Yeah, well, thank you. Seriously, though, what have you been playing, Gonzo?
Well, lots and lots of Tears of the Kingdom. What an incredible game. You know that one mission where you follow the cuckoo up a hill? I lost track of how many days I spent doing that. The objective is really, just follow the chicken. You don't have to ask me twice.
That's right, you do love your chicken, so I guess that was your favorite part. What did you think of the ending?
Oh, I never get past that cuckoo mission. I keep restarting to see if I can get a slower time.
All right, well, any other great gaming highlights this year for you, Gonzo?
You kidding? Actually, if you have the time. Hey, you guys got a minute? I'd like to show you how many of this year's greatest games all revolve around one central theme. Check this out.
Get the case for it? Yeah, that's quite a conspiracy you've uncovered.
I know. You probably think I'm obsessed with chickens, and I can't appreciate video games beyond this one very specific interest.
I mean, yeah, I think we're all thinking that.
Yeah, maybe. What do you think, Zelda? Yes! Let's do this IRL! Come on!
Unbelievable. All right, here are the nominees for Best Debut Indie Game.
Best Debut Indie Game.
Don't know any of these games. Not to say they ain't they ain't good or anything like that. I think the last indie game I actually played was Hades. At least from what I remember.
I feel as free as a cuckoo. Yeah!
All right, the great Gonzo. Thank you, Gonzo. And now to the task at hand. The Game Award goes to Cocoon.
Thank you so much. The team from Geometric couldn't make it out tonight, but they wanted us to pass along their thanks for everyone who played and voted for Cocoon. And to Yeti, Mads, and Jakob, and everyone at the team at Geometric, thank you so much for being such a wonderful partner on this game. Thank you.
The Geometric team also wanted to thank they were honored to be nominated with all the awesome studios in this category. We can't wait to see what you guys do next. Thank you.
Later tonight, we'll announce the best mobile game of 2023, but which title are you most excited to see go mobile in 2024? Google Play will be awarding the most anticipated title with their Play More award on Twitch. So head on over to Twitch to lock your vote. And now it's time for our next world premiere.
Okay. She's cute.
Did you save the game?
Really? Of course I did.
Let me reintroduce you.
Jet Set Radio? Oh my god, Jet Set Radio? What? Oh my god, I remember playing this on Dreamcast. Oh my god. Or is this like a multi, it's like a, oh yeah, it's like a thing you can download to play all these old classic, games. Crazy Taxi is still in development, but oh my god, Jet Set Radio. I remember having such a ball. Oh my god.
Oh yeah! Now typically a world premiere reveals one game, but leaves to Sega to announce 5 new games in one trailer. So many memories for all of us. All of those are first of the many brand new games in development and set for release over the next several years. Thanks to Sega for that truly incredible
Oh my god, Jet Set Radio, man. Talk about nostalgia.
Fans have been waiting to hear about for a while. Here we go.
Dragon Ball Z. Is it Fighters or that new one? Budokai, huh? I think like Fighters was like the best one. Like, I don't know. Budokai.
Tremble before my power! I'll show you the horrors of hell. No perish alone with its flame!
Sparking Zero.
Whatever's down there is too dangerous.
Telling myself I won't go there. Oh, but I know that I won't care. Trying to wash away all the blood.
Which slasher monster movie character are they gonna pull up this time? Might be in the same vein as Friday the 13th. Is it Leatherface? What? Yeah, it's Leatherface. It's gotta be Leatherface. Or not. The casting of Frank Stone.
That's right, two huge names in the horror genre, Dead by Daylight and Supermassive Games, are coming together for a brand new single-player experience, the casting of Frank Stone. Now, tonight we're showing you lots of new worlds, but now it's time to return to a world we haven't seen in quite some time.
It's like Fable meets Final Fantasy. I mean, it looks cool, but I'll stick with my Final Fantasy. Thank you. Star Wars Visions of Mana.
It is said that time marches to the beat of a drum. A fleeting moment can feel like a lifetime for those caught in its deadly rhythm. And a lifetime can pass in the blink of an eye for anyone embracing its bitter end. The only thing we know for sure is that time marches forward.
Even if we are apart, still we are one.
Without hesitation, without remorse. If the drum drives the rhythm, then the river directs the flow.
Let's do this together.
How many mountains must you move to alter the river below?
Let us not forget the pain of Master Shoin and the countless others who have suffered. As the smoke rises, so shall we.
Rise of the Ronin. I definitely want to check that out.
Rumor is, a Village will sacrifice their partner for duty. So which of you will do the deed?
That's Rise of the Ronin coming to PlayStation in 2024. And now it is time to announce winners in a number of other categories. Here are the nominees for Best Action Game. Armored Core 6, Fires of Rubicon. Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Hi-Fi Rush, and Remnant 2. And the Game Award goes to...
Hi-Fi.
Armored Core 6.
Oh,
Fires of
wow.
Rubicon. Congratulations from... Here are the nominees for Best Art Direction. Alan Wake 2, Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, and The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. And the Game Award goes to Alan Wake 2. Congrats, Remedy. Here are the nominees for Best VR AR. Gran Turismo 7, Humanity, Horizon Call of the Mountain,
Resident Evil Village because of Lady D.
and Synapse. And the Game Award goes to Resident Evil Village VR mode. Congratulations to Capcom. Now your nominees for Best Mobile Game. Final Fantasy VII, Ever Crisis.
Ever Crisis.
Star Rail, Hello Kitty Island Adventure, Monster Hunter Now, and Terra Nil. And the Game Award goes to Honkai Star Rail.
Wow.
Congratulations, Hoyoverse. All right, we have much more Game Awards to come, including the first ever performance by the Old Gods of Asgard from Alan Wake 2, and some of our biggest game announcements are still to come. But right now, we'd like you to meet one of tonight's nominees for Best Debut Indie Game, who's also part of the newly inducted Future Class presented by Old Spice.
My name is Abhi. In India, when I grew up,
I'll be right back,
I had
everybody.
a very early interest in games. When I got to Canada at the age of 12, it was a whole new world for me. For many South Asian families, food is not just a thing to cook, but also a way of expressing affection and all the things that they cannot say. Minba is a narrative cooking game that tells the story of an Indian mother who moves to Canada in the late 1980s. It's a story about love, loss, and family. The more local you are, the more international you become. Everybody who's played the game is able to put something from their lives into it in ways that I wouldn't have expected.
I can save someone with this.
Okay. So far, what you guys think? Like, what games have you guys so far piqued your interest? What's confirmed that I definitely want to get is Rise of the Ronin. Everything else is just like, you know, like wait and see before I actually see some true gameplay, before I confirm anything. They say like it might be true reactions like that, but it seems like super over the top with it. You know, like it sounds, you know, might be jarring to me. Like, oh, jeez, that's about as much as reaction you should expect from a person. maybe a girl would be like, you know, a little bit different because, you know, they're normally more reactionary, but it's like, you know, some fellas need, like, okay, there's only a certain level like cringe you can do.
Greatest creators. He's been a huge supporter of the Game Awards since the very beginning back in 2014. And tonight, I am so honored to share this latest update with you on his upcoming project. Here we go.
The hungry purple dinosaur ate the kind zingy fox, the jabbering crab, and the mad whale, and started bending and quacking.
The hungry purple dinosaur ate the kind zingy fox, the jabbering crab, and the mad whale, and started bending and quacking.
The hungry purple dinosaurs ate the kind zingy fox, the jabbering crab, and the mad whale, and started bending and quacking.
Kojima, the father of PlayStation, pretty much.
この TGA で、新作のゲーム OD、発表できて非常に嬉しいです。このゲームには、ソフィア・リリスと、ハンター・シェーファーとウドキヤさんが出演されます。はい。
I'm really glad to be at the 10th Game Awards. Really happy to show the new title OD, and this title will feature main role Sophia Lillis, Hunter Schafer, and Udo Kier.
I think we all want to know more, of course. What kind of game are you making, Mr. Kojima?
僕はその誰もがやったこともないような、斬新なことに挑戦することを非常に大好きなんですけども、Xbox ゲームスタジオの力を借りまして、彼らのクラウド技術を使って、全く新しい、ユニークで尖ったゲームっていうのを今作っています。で今までないものなんで、言葉で説明はしにくいんですけども、これもちろんゲームです。遊んで楽しめるゲームなんですけども、ある種映画でもあって、さらに、新しいメディアになるかもしれないという可能性を秘めたものです。
So I really like to always challenge new things, groundbreaking things, and that's my kind of rule. But this one, with help of Xbox Game Studios and using their cloud gaming technology, I'm kind of doing this together. But it's really to make immersive and also something that no one has seen before is what I'm trying to do. And it is a game, don't get me wrong, but it's at the same time a movie, but at the same time a new form of media.
Well, we can't wait to learn more about what you're working on. Oh, wait. Is there somebody else at the door? Everyone, please welcome Jordan Peele to the Kojimaverse.
For a second, I thought that was Kanye West. Like, oh my god. I thought for a split second that was Kanye West. Like, I was like, oh god. Whoa.
What's up? How's it going? Oh my God, Jordan, welcome to the Game Awards. What a fun surprise. I know you're a big fan of Hideo's games, right?
I'm a huge fan of Hideo. This man is an icon. And I can say from the first moment I played Metal Gear Solid 2, I knew I was experiencing the work of an artist whose craft just hits different. And he's been an inspiration to me, and the opportunity to collaborate with him is truly incredible. In my films, I'm always trying to maximize the immersion, put the audience into the main character's shoes. Hideo is the master of this, and he does it on a whole nother level. And what he's cooking up here is completely immersive, utterly terrifying, and I am absolutely honored to be collaborating with the GOAT. Let's go!
Two goats working together. Hideo, I want to ask you, how are you collaborating with Jordan? Tell us about it.
ジョーダンは天才と評価される数少ないクリエイターの一人で、僕はもう彼の大ファン。
I'm still like God, please. The way he was like, you know, in those shadows, like, oh my God, he kind of looks like Kanye West a little bit. Like, oh my God, they got Kanye West in here? He's bum rusting the stage? Oh no, it's Jordan Peele. Okay, because wouldn't that be a viral moment?
2人が一緒にコラボするの非常に面白いかなというので、一緒にものを作り出しました。
Well, Jordan is one of those genius, and I've been a big fan of him. And when I met him, I felt like we were friends from the past. We get on very well. We like things that we both like, and we're really happy, and we wanted to collaborate something. And this time, well, Jordan, I grew up watching movies, and I'm a game creator now. Jordan grew up playing games, and he's a movie director now. So this two collaboration will be really awesome. So that's why I wanted to do something together with Jordan.
あとですね、
Why does he wear armor? What is that? A Baldur's Gate guy?
多くのクリエイティブサポーターとか人たちと参加が予定されてます。で
It's always somebody gotta be extra at these things. Nobody can come in dressed in like, you know, decent clothes.
豪華な夫人というか巨匠たちの集まりなので、僕はその彼らを集めてアベンジャーズ
At least the kimono is formal wear.
楽しみにしてください。
So what I could say right now is that I'm kind of it's not just Jordan. I have other creative collaborative partners with me on board on this project. I can't really say who they are right now, but I tell you, they are the legends, and they're going to be amazing. And I actually call them the Avengers.
Womp womp.
Doors closed for now, so no more special guests, but it's going to be amazing.
I just want to stress that what this man is building here is unlike any other game. It is going to be crazy. That's it.
We cannot wait to learn more. Hideo Kojima, Jordan Peele, thank you so much, guys. All right, it's time for another game announcement. This one's 65 million years in the making.
I own an island off the coast of Costa Rica.
Oh, Jurassic Park.
Really spectacular, spared no expense. For this place, I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real.
Can anyone hear me? This is Dr. Maya Joshi. I've been left behind on Isla Nublar.
Hello. At a certain point, nuke this place. It's not good. Jurassic Park Survival.
Please welcome Grammy Award-winning producer, Zed.
Hello everybody. I'm honored to be here tonight to present the award for Best Audio Design. Sound is an often overlooked but crucial aspect of game development. It's what brings games to life, creating the immersive worlds we love to explore. It's the eerie noises deep in the forest, the echoes inside an abandoned spacecraft, or the satisfying sound of shooting a web. This year we've seen some incredible examples of audio design in games as talented sound designers have pushed the boundaries of what's possible. Here are the nominees.
Best Audio Design.
I personally give it to Hi-Fi Rush, but some might say like, oh, like Final Fantasy 16. It's like I haven't even noticed any music in, well, not this, but you know, music, whatever.
And the Game Award goes to Hi-Fi Rush.
Yeah, it's like Hi-Fi Rush. It's like that. Here's the thing, as I mentioned in my in a different video about like the categories, there's sound design, and then there's like another thing that's, you know, music and stuff like that, but it's like all in the same vein, and you're trying to like pad out the show by splitting up categories that a couple of which mean the exact same doggone thing. But I guess maybe if you're an audio engineer or something like that, you probably know better and you'll know the difference. But to the general public, you know, it's in the same vein. And
Translation, thank you for this amazing award.
I'm
so glad that the work that the team has done together has...
it's like Hi-Fi Rush is like a kind of like a music-based game, so it should win best audio and best music.
Partners, pets. Thank you everyone, Bethesda, ZeniMax, Microsoft, and all the players out there for going with this ridiculous project. Most of all, to the team at Tango for taking such a wild idea and making it a reality. Thank you so much.
All right, let's turn to the world of Fortnite. If you haven't already, check out the Game Awards Island in Fortnite. It's been updated with new trophies tonight to collect. Fortnite is expanding into a full-on platform with tons of new experiences beyond Battle Royale. Earlier today, Lego Fortnite launched, and on Saturday...
I'm still waiting on them to pick back up Multiverses. Whatever happened to that?
Rocket League delivers Rocket Racing. Here's your first look.
Rocket Racing, here we come. Woohoo! Waha! Here we go.
glory fades through time in tombs of somber gray. You too want to be an immortal?
Master, are there more good folks in the world or bad?
More good, of course.
Then why is there always suffering? And why do the bad folks always win?
Because goodness without teeth punishes not. It only foments evil. Cleanse the world with blood and grow lotuses in it. That
Black Myth Wukong. Finally, I've been hoping to see something about this. One of my most anticipated games next to Final Fantasy Rebirth.
The Keeper of the New West. Welcome, the Destined One.
The Destined One who doesn't even know what he's destined for? Those old rascals, they surely know how to name.
Tell me then, is my kind destined for extermination?
You're driven by glory, not destiny.
So this is the face of the Destined One. It will fit me just as well.
Bathed in blood, yet preaching peace. Oh, you immortals, pray enlighten me. What justifies your superiority? Sweet destiny.
August 20th next year. I thought it was gonna be February.
Batman, Green Lantern, The Flash, Superman. Your friends are slaughtering the people they swore to protect.
My Justice League will burn this Earth down for me.
Flash, how do I stop this?
You have to kill us, Diana. We have to die to save the world.
We can work with that.
Finally, someone let me out of my cage. Now, top of me is not because I'm counting no A's. Intangible. Bet you didn't think, so I command you to.
You think you're a team now?
You think you can stop us?
Thought you'd never ask.
Pick and choose, sit and lose. All you different crews, chicks and dudes. Who you think is really kicking tunes?
I kind of lost interest in the Suicide Squad game. It's kind of wild to me that, you know, we got a Suicide Squad game before we got a Justice League game. And I'm not too like thrilled with the whole gameplay mechanics.
Time for us bad guys to save the world.
It's kind of
Suicide Squad, and joining me now are Rebecca and Megan from Digital Extremes up in Canada to talk about all things Warframe. We've got a special Warframe Twitch drop tonight for those of you watching on Twitch, but I understand you've also got some other news for Warframe fans on the next expansion, right?
Yeah, we do. You know, it's been 10 years for Warframe, so, 10 years for you. We assumed we'd get a senior's discount of some time, just because our game is probably the oldest game here, maybe. But yeah, we
Keeps
have...
going strong.
I know, it's because our community is so awesome, and we are going to be showing you the release date for our next major update for Warframe. So we do have a trailer for, Warframe players around the world to watch, which is quite exciting.
Yeah, I mean, it's been an incredible ride, 10 years of just our incredible developers, our community just supporting us along the way. So if you're a Warframe fan and watching, we love you and thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy the next update, Whispers in the Walls.
Oh yeah, thanks for having us back too. Devs at home, we love you guys.
All right, thanks guys. Let's take a look.
For generations you've slept. No purpose. No call to wake you. But now, you have changed everything.
The lidless eye has seen you. The Tenno.
I can't believe it's been 10 years with this Warframe stuff. I've only played a little bit of it back in the day, but never really like stuck with it.
Is waiting. Don't be late.
There is so much more Game Awards ahead. You thought the surprises were done? Nope, there's lots coming. But while you're here, head to supergameawards.com through December 31st for a chance to win a trip for 4 to the brand new Super Nintendo World at Universal Studios Hollywood. Here's a look.
Ready for a new way to play? Experience the immersive world of Super Mario, brought to life like never before. Super Nintendo World, now open at Universal Studios Hollywood.
I'm surprised Starfield got as much hype as it has, because honestly, I've seen people's gameplay of it. It seems so, you know, like first draft appearance.
To the dead, we have sworn to protect the living from the lingering dead.
Keep the incarnate and the invisible separate.
To bring peace on errant souls.
Once their grip on this world is broken. Life to the living.
Death to the dead.
Life to the living. Death to the dead.
Life to the living. Death to the dead. Honoring my oath. Or sacrificing the living to bring you back. I'm not sure I can do this.
Honor your oath or bring me back. But don't leave me like this.
This call is being recorded. What is your emergency?
I need the police. Come on, the police right away.
You ready?
Suspect down!
Right is down!
I got you. Officer down. Cover!
Look out!
Ready? Officers down. We need backup.
Let's go! Get back!
We can still make it out of this. Drop the gun and let her go.
I'm not going in!
So, are you ready?
Ready or not, here I come. You can't hide.
Age of Empires, Call of Duty Warzone Mobile, Little Nightmares, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six are just some of the big titles coming to mobile in 2024. Head to the Game Awards on Twitch to vote for which title you want to win Google Play's own Play More award. Now, please welcome last year's winner of Games for Impact for the game As Dusk Falls, which is coming to PlayStation on March 7th and is available for pre-order tonight. Creative Director Caroline Marshall.
Bonsoir everyone. Winning last year was definitely a highlight of my 22 years in the industry. Games for Impact is one of the most important categories at the Game Awards. The games nominated this year offer unique and nuanced perspectives on topics that concern us all, from the climate crisis to cultural diversity. They broaden our horizons, foster empathy, and connect us as humans. In a world torn apart by divisions and intolerance, this is one of the most essential powers of our medium. Here are the outstanding nominees.
Games for Impact. Legend says a traveler will reunite the peoples.
What's the theme?
Using this year to make an impact.
Haven't played any of these. Maybe that last one?
And the Game Award goes to... Chia!
Oh.
Thank you. I accept this award on behalf of developer ourselves, who cannot be here, but I got a message from Phil Clifford, co-founder of Ourselves. I'd like to thank Ourselves family for your trust and unbelievable talent.
How do those security guards know whoever comes to collect their award, if there's like more than one person? How do they know who belongs to, like, which group? Unless they was told ahead of time. If you're coming in, make sure the group you're with is supposed to be among your group, so that way the security will know. Something like that.
Hello.
Who's this Wakanda Forever dude?
I'm Abubakar Salim. I'm mainly known for my acting work in Raised by Wolves and Assassin's Creed Origins. But that is not why I'm here. Oh, okay. Sorry, now this is crazy, man. I mean, I remember watching the Game Awards when I was younger, so being up here now is like, Look, I've loved games all my life. I mean, I played them all my life, man, from Kingdom Hearts, Garry's Mod, Golden Sun. And it started with my dad, right? He got me into them. He understood, that games are an art form. It's a great space to enjoy and escape from the reality of the world. And he passed away a while back, and I'll tell you what, I'm still figuring it out. But 4 years ago, I decided that I needed to try and process my grief in a way that felt true to me and him. So I took the biggest risks of my life and threw everything that I had in making a game. a piece of art that honored him.
I ain't trying to be like, you know, disrespectful, but like I just posted on my social media earlier this week about when I was watching some baking show, and like the contestants like got a hit over the head with their personal, you know, trauma. As you know, it's like oh, I got a son, and he has like, you know, Alzheimer's or whatever, and it's like, oh my god.
Every story begins at the end of another. Each story carries with it the echoes of those that came before. My Baba, my father, your story was snatched away too soon.
Why don't he be Black Panther?
Shaman of Kinzera.
It's like he could have been Black Panther.
Seek my father's return.
Black Panther meets Ori and the Blind Forest.
I cannot stop. I will not stop. Kalunga, God of death, hear my plea. Kalunga, God of death, come to me. Show me you are ready.
It comes out on my birthday. Zau. I mean, I want to give it a try. It's been like I've been wanting like a you know, African game to, you know, to like represent black culture. Oh my god.
It's been 27 years, y'all. Why now? Because we made a promise.
That was Lost Records, a brand new world from the development team behind Life is Strange. Now we have a world premiere new look at a game based on an ongoing franchise of 18 years with over 850
More like the Goonies.
worldwide. This entirely in-engine
Or
trailer
Stranger
shows off
Things.
the blend between cartoon 3D graphics with hardcore action. This is the first Berserker.
Finally, I found you. Trampled by the one you trusted. Abandoned from your king. You thought you were a hero. Now, you are just one of us.
This is no ordinary ghost. You'll have to risk your life.
Looks good, right? All right, now it's time for our first performance by the Game Awards Orchestra. This one, though, is a little bit of a twist. They're about to play music from an upcoming game that no one has heard yet. You might call it one of those world premieres, and this is a special one. It's written by one of the greatest video game composers of all time, the legendary Nobuo Uematsu.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and mute that. Oh, it's from Rebirth, of course. And unfortunately, I can't really have that play. But knowing Final Fantasy is great. February 29th. Cannot wait. So, Tekken 8 will be the first game of the new year that I'll be getting. It comes out January 26th. Then Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on February 29th at the end of the month. Rise of the Ronin, which we'll wait and see how well the gameplay looks, but it comes out March 22nd. Then Black Myth Wukong, August of next year. So yeah, like at least 3 games are definitely gonna get. One of which is like a mostly maybe. Yeah. Yeah, just 3. All of which is gonna be on PlayStation. No, actually, Zao might be like a, good, a good hard maybe 2. Since it's coming on my birthday next year. But everything else is going to be kind of like okay, there's still other stuff I'm going to get, but we'll see how things ship shape.
Things are about to get mighty interesting.
Oh my god, I'm surprised Apex Legends is still going on.
That's a very fun one. Limits are made to be broken when Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes to Apex Legends on January 9th. And that key art you just saw was drawn by Nomura-san himself. Thank you so much for that incredible announcement. Now it's time to announce the winners of a few more awards as selected by the fans and our voting jury. In the category of Best Score and Music, the nominees are Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Hi-Fi Rush.
It's gotta be Hi-Fi Rush. It should be.
And the Game Award goes to Final Fantasy 16.
I'm shocked. That was a lot of people, mostly their choice, but I'm surprised because I wasn't really paying attention to the music in that game.
Sea of Stars and Viewfinder. And the Game Award goes to Sea of Stars. Congrats, Sabotage. Here are the nominees for Best Community Support. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, and No Man's Sky. And the Game Award goes to Baldur's Gate 3. Congratulations, Larian. All right. Nominees for Best Fighting Game. Those are God of Rock, Mortal Kombat 1, Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, Pocket Bravery, and Street Fighter 6. And the Game Award this year goes to Street Fighter 6. Congrats, Capcom. All right. Most anticipated game. Your nominees this year were Final Fantasy VII.
I love Street Fighter 6. I want to get back into that soon to learn Ken Masters.
Star Wars Outlaws and Tekken 8.
FF7.
And the Game Award this year goes to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Duh.
Congratulations, Square and Nomura-san. All right. Well, it's been 8 months since the release of Honkai Star Rail, a winner tonight for Best Mobile Game. This space.
But where's that Wolverine game?
Legends is set for more intergalactic expeditions in 2024, and tonight we have an exclusive look at Penokane, the next destination.
Do you still remember it? Fables about the stars. Its stories tell of what is and what was. Its pages will always reveal something new.
How many people actually looking forward to the FF7 Rebirth? Really, we all are.
Those are unforgettable memories, but they are only a beginning. It won't all be merrymaking. Suffering and joy will both be added to the final draft of the story. The path of the Trailblaze will continue. Perhaps on one of these pages, I'll appear in your story too.
Welcome to Penacony, young lady. May I ask your name?
Acheron, the Galaxy Ranger.
A nominee tonight for Best Mobile Game, Monster Hunter Now is the new mobile game from Niantic and Capcom. Like all Niantic's games, Monster Hunter Now is played in the real world, and tonight they have a special in-game event going on right now with new monsters, new weapons, and special free game items for new players to join the hunt. It's available now for iPhone and Android, so check it out, Monster Hunter Now. Coming up, we've got an exclusive new look at the new Fallout series. We'll be right back.
Yeah, I am definitely excited. Yeah, I am definitely excited for at least definitely Wukong and FF7. Everything else, it's like okay, so that piques my interest a bit. Oh, and Tekken 8. Yeah, Tekken 8, FF7, and Wukong, all of which is going to be on PlayStation. It's definitely going to be a big year for PlayStation next year. But this year in particular is just like chock full of so many games, great games that we've been waiting for so long to come out, that's just piling on this year. And there are definitely years where it's like an obvious game of the year because it's such a slow year for good games or games that people actually are interested in, because so many of the people so many of the games people are really looking forward to takes a while to come out, but as soon as they do come out in the same year, it's just chock full of so much good content, and you just get things like this year where you just don't know who would exactly win Game of the Year because they all are so good, each one of these things. Now, depending on what's your personal preference, me personally, I think RE4 Remake and Spider-Man are part of the only two that I can actually honestly say like should deserve Game of the Year. Although Baldur's Gate 3 is kind of snuck up on a lot of people. It's like, man, is it that good? And everybody's sitting there hyping it up so hard.
Back here at the Game Awards, and that was a new look at Skull and Bones from Ubisoft, which is coming out on February 16th. I'm happy to announce that players can register now for the upcoming closed beta from December 15th to 18th on all platforms. And now it's time for the announcement of the next game from the studio that won Best Game Direction in 2021.
Remember that year when it's just like every game is coming out, it's like a time loop type of game, like, you know, Groundhog's Day level stuff.
Turn that shit up. Relax, man. I don't bite. Lock up tight now. Nice.
Blade? Blade! Oh my god! Yo! Yo!
There you go!
Blade! Yo!
And Bill Russman from Marvel to tell us, how did this come together, guys?
Well, Jeff, let me tell you, the secret superpower of Marvel games is our constant focus on bringing
Oh my god! Blade!
the fans' favorite characters that they love. Now, we are huge fans of Arcane Leon, not only because of the story-rich games they create with innovative...
Marvel's Wolverine, Marvel's Blade, oh my god.
And that's why, on Blade's 50th anniversary, we are so honored
50 years of Blade.
to announce this true Marvel team-up.
Yes, and after Dishonored and Deathloop, our first order of business was to make another very arcane game, but with a title that is easier to say in a French accent. And when we had, when Sébastien Mitton and I had an opportunity to chat with Marvel, said, okay, let's really challenge them. Let's present our wildest take on a superhero that we both love.
And we ate it up. I mean, the arcane touch fits Blade like his trademark trench coat. And I mean, think about it. It's a mature action-adventure game, single player, where you get to play Blade your way. For true believers, it's a dream come true.
Very excited to learn more. I think, why this character?
Well, he's the Daywalker. Eric Brooks is half man, half vampire, torn between the warm society of the living and the rushing power of the undead. And as a kid of mixed origins, his dual heritage resonated with me. So yes, it is a dream to be making a game about Blade in Paris, my hometown. Well, if my hometown was walled in, and we shared it with bloodthirsty invaders that come out as soon as the sun goes down, ça serait un petit peu la merde quand même.
Anything else you can tell us about the game? I know it's pretty early, right?
I can tell you one thing.
Okay.
The entire team at Arcane Lyon is, you know, pouring so much love into this immersive third-person action-adventure set in the heart of Paris. So please sit back, let us cook, and voila! Merci beaucoup! Merci!
Whoa. Okay, chill the heck out. Okay, dude.
Great announcement. All right, awesome. Thanks, Nick.
Now oh my God, Blade.
Star of Twisted Metal, a nominee tonight for
Blade movie, and it should come out in the same. It should. And I'm pretty sure they're planning on this to have it come out on the same year as the Blade movie, and it should. Speaking of Marvel, we got Anthony Mackie, Captain America himself.
One who watched Twisted Metal on Peacock. And hey, I have one thing to do before I get on to the award I'm supposed to represent up here. Okay? Okay, all right. I know I say a lot of different things. You can't scream them all. Jeez. Now, no one knows this yet, so you three guys and everybody else is going to be the first. Because of our incredible fans, Twisted Metal is coming back for season 2 on Peacock. So, everybody get your motor revving, because you're going on another ride with John Doe. You look great. You guys see this section right here? You guys look great. Keep it going, baby. I don't trust this dude, but y'all look great. Don't you yell at me. I love you more. I love you. What is wrong with y'all? Okay, stop it. You. Okay. Love you too. I see you. I see you. Shut up. Okay. Today.
Nobody's gonna yell out, "Get the rock off!"
Constantly expanding with new content and challenges, right? And that's what this award for Best Ongoing Game recognizes. The games that continue to deliver fresh experiences for their loyal communities. Here are the nominees.
Best ongoing game. Light always pierces through.
Let me put it this way. No gun, no fun.
The hour has come, Freetron.
Let the magic begin!
Okay, I get so many cool points with my sons for this moment. All right, so the Game Award goes to, shut up, Cyberpunk 2077. This is heavy, dude.
It had to win something, especially after pretty much the game they got right now is pretty much like I'm sorry for the crap that we put out from the jump. It's pretty much like a make-up game. So I guess it's kind of like, okay, you acknowledge your mistake. Here's your award.
2.0 Phantom Liberty, and now the Ultimate Edition. Like the tenacity and the resilience of the team, and just wanting to bring forward stories that impact, worlds that are immersive, you know, the world being immersive, and of course the gameplay just being fun as hell. This is exciting. Team, we accept this on behalf of hundreds of people who put their hearts and souls in it. The two of us here. Please, Sasko, including this guy here, please say something.
And I mean, I have to include here our amazing players. They've been with us throughout the whole journey, gave us feedback, made funny memes, videos, you know, wrote posts on Twitter, on Reddit.
I want to get an award from Captain America too.
Of the players when they were actually getting all of those updates. Just recently we shipped updates.
Get the heck off the stage. I'm sorry. Gotta keep the time going. But I want to get an award from Captain America too.
Congratulations, guys. Our next guest has worked on some truly memorable games over the past 20 years, like GTA 5, Bully, Need for Speed Underground, and the Red Dead Redemption series. Now he leads a new studio, Lightspeed LA. Steve C. Martin is here to unveil a brand new project. Steve?
Thanks, Jeff.
Great to have you here. You showed this to me earlier this year. Tell us a bit about it.
I'm still tripping about the Blade game. Like, oh my god, I'm definitely buying that. Like, I don't even care. Getting early access, getting deluxe edition, definitely, because I want to play Blade. And if there is like a figurine that comes with it that requires me to buy like the Ultimate Edition, I will definitely get it. Don't care. This is gonna be hype. Hype as hell. Didn't know 50 Years of Blade's about to come up. Luckily, I did back in October a Blade comic book review, which you can check out on my YouTube channel, by the way. Should do another Blade review, Blade comic for the review.
Going to be okay. The demon is here.
Follow me.
Come with me if you want to live.
Lift your head. Now open your eyes slowly. Take a breath and look around you. Fate always tests us. You have to fight until the end. I'll find you.
That was the first Descendant, which is launching the summer of 2024 from Nexon. Now we have a new look at Hoyo Versus' next big game, Zenless Zone Zero, an urban fantasy ARPG. I had my eye on this one for a while. We had it at Gamescom, and we're excited to unveil their latest announcement right here at TGA.
Is that a Gundam? Is that a Gundam game? I mean, I only have seen like a few Gundam anime episodes when I was a young kid. Never really follow it too hard, but this looks like Gundam. I could be wrong, but it kind of looks like Gundam. It's like Gundam Wing? And that's another thing I want to see when I go to Japan. I want to see that giant size freaking Gundam. Matter of fact, I better write that down because I didn't think to write that down.
We brought in gamers to demo the latest Cyberpunk update.
It's been a long time since I played a got into any kind of mech type of games, and Mecha Break seems kind of interesting.
Against us. As we battle against the bugs, the automaton threat grows more menacing by the day. We need valiant soldiers to take on these deadly robotic hordes and spread our message of peace and democracy. Use the galaxy's most advanced weaponry. Fight alongside a squad worth dying for. Join the Helldivers. Join the fight for freedom. Enlist today.
That's pretty much Starship Troopers, pretty much.
What is your life? My honor is my life. What is your craft?
It's like that Warhammer thing that Henry Cavill is into. It's pretty much like a... Well, I guess it's been around for so long, I guess... I was about to say it's like a rip-off Gears of War, but I think maybe Gears of War ripped off it since it's been around for such a long time. Which I didn't know was around for such a long time.
Surprise for you, live and exclusively here at the Game Awards.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am your host, Warlindor, and I present to you the Old Gods of Asgard featuring that best-selling writer Alan Wake. This is Herald of Darkness.
He is the Martian Manhunter! Man, I'm still tripping about the Blade game. I'm like, wow, man. Man, that is just like a hype. And what's this John Wick dude? That's like wannabe John Wick. Okay. Yeah, definitely Blade was the highlight out of this. So far as the highlight of the entire Game Awards show. Wow. Did not expect that. Bravo on that one. Anthony Mackie, I mean, it's like, I'm not getting Peacock to see any Twisted Metal. I'm not even a huge fan of Twisted Metal like that. Or at all. I'm familiar with it, but never really like got super invested in that game. But yeah, so far, what's like the highlights with you guys so far? Because man, that was, oh my god, that blew my mind. Blade. Okay, so but we still need to see something more from FF7 Rebirth, because the game's only gonna come out in like 2 months, and we need to see something. And it's been 2 years since, because 2 years ago to the day, they did like a teaser of the Wolverine game. So you got the Wolverine game and the Blade game coming out soon. Well, the Blade game, I don't think it's coming from Insomniac, but still, it's like, okay, give us something from that. Because it's been 2 years since we got that. I was like, let's see some freaking gameplay. What is it like? How the the game mechanics, the skill tree, whatever. Like, what does it look like? Because the movie might have sucked, but the X-Men Origins Wolverine game had like an impressive skill tree system to increase your damage and your defense skill and everything like that. And of course, like, you don't need healing packs because he's self-healing. But oh man, it was such a fun game. A game that I streamed on my earliest games I streamed on my channel. Had so much fun, and it's like we haven't had like a Wolverine game since. So it's like, okay, let's see what we what can it show us. And what the hell is going on with this Broadway musical right now? Alan Wake. I've never gotten those Alan Wake type of games. I don't like horror games like that. Aside from maybe Resident Evil, even then I cherry pick on the kind of Resident Evil games that I like.
All performing in the role of old gods of Asgard. Thank you to the band, Sam Lake, Remedy, Epic, the cast, and everyone involved to bring that performance to life. Something you will only see right here on the Game Awards. Now it's time for an update on a game we announced back at TGA in 2017.
We all shared the same story, the same fate. A family of strangers, a strange family. We have lived 1,000 lives. We have died 1,000 times. Whoever we were before this torture, we are now as one. Until the end. One final battle. My friends. Remember us.
Joining me now is Ulf from 10 Chambers. Crazy, that was 6 years ago. We announced GTFO, and that's the final chapter. You've got a free weekend on Steam. Looks fantastic, but I think there's a little something more you're also working on, right?
Yeah, first of all, I have to say thank you for having me again.
Of course.
And you delicious menu. This suit is fucking amazing. Yeah.
You look good too, Ulf. Your games look great. So.
Anyway. Yeah, we're working on something new, and it's like a passion project, like all our projects are. And
you were known for Payday, things like that. So you're back to some heist stuff.
I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we're back to doing a heist game again, and it's sort of a sci-fi thing that I've been dreaming up since I was a kid, basically.
Okay.
And yeah, it's it is what it is.
To the world?
Yes, we should.
You've been working on this for a number of years.
Yes.
I'm so excited. It's finally time.
Thank you.
Check out the new game from Ulf and 10 Chambers. Here we go.
Mr. Bowman, your reservation at Manon Aphis is in
Cancel the reservation. Reset the procedure.
Continued neuroprodding may severely damage the suspect.
Reset the procedure.
Yes, standing by.
Eject. I'm Mr. Bowman. Your subconscious was just spilling the beans.
If only they would have had, like, you know, Wesley Snipes to voice Blade in the video game, that would have added more fun to the game. And oh my god, they probably wouldn't afford him, but still though, oh my god.
What were you looking for? A key. A key to what? Yes! The key for.
It's not what, Mr. Bowman. It's who. You see, just like me, you're caught here. You're caught in the den of wolves.
Where you at? Did you get it?
Working on it.
To go?
Easy in, easy out.
That's our ride.
That was Exoborn. I met with the team at Gamescom to take a look at that upcoming tactical open world extraction shooter. And the project is led by some of the creators of The Division. And besides facing other players and warring factions,
The Division, not a good sign.
The forces of nature unlock the potential of the players' exo rigs to help master the apocalypse, as they say. Much more is coming in 2024 on Exoborn. Now, please welcome the voice of Loki in Asgard's Wrath 2, one of the most ambitious and anticipated VR games yet, Matt Mercer.
Hey there. I am so beyond excited to show you this trailer for our Asgard's Wrath 2. I've been working with the Sanzaru team and bringing Loki to life. It's just been absolutely amazing. And after playing Asgard's Wrath 2 as a lifelong gamer, I'm honestly blown away. So I'm honored to be a part of this franchise and want to thank everyone at Sanzaru Games, at Oculus Studios, and MetaQuest. So, without further ado, let's enjoy the trailer for Asgard's Wrath 2.
The gods take everything from mortals.
Bleed these lands dry.
Deny spirits their rightful passage.
turn worlds to ash.
You allowed Loki to deceive you. Now his chaos reigns. The universe demands a guardian. And with each possession, you will grow stronger.
Oh, dutiful guardian, here to right your wrongs. Place you can hide. Your fate is mine.
Foolish mortals, oblivious to the chaos that awaits you just outside. I'll see you sooner than you think.
It's been an amazing year, not just for games, but for adaptations of the games we love. Right now, we have an exclusive look at the highly anticipated new series, Fallout.
Oh. Hello there. Now, how about we turn on some lights?
Hey, Spider-Man, do a flip! I never got into Fallout. It's like it gives me the same kind of element as BioShock, in my opinion. Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Sure, why not?
It says our bosses are here.
What?
There they are.
Oh! Jonathan, no, Mr. Howard!
Good catch, buddy.
Yeah, but we should probably hurry this up. I don't think he can breathe in there.
Yeah, how you doing, big man? Okay. All right, let's go.
Okay, so this year, video games and film and television were bigger and better than ever before.
Here are the nominees for Best Adaptation.
Best Adaptation.
The Vampire Messiah will come.
That I did a review on that. It was pretty decent. I was gotta go to Last of Us because it's just like, oh, everybody wanna like, you know, pretty much like, you know, jerk off the Last of Us Naughty Dog people.
Years ago, the world fell, and that's where the cars and guns come in.
Anything but Last of Us. Give it to Mario.
The Last of Us.
I would have rather gone to the Mario Bros. Give it to Chris Pratt. I would rather gone to him more because Naughty Dog is so annoying. Just so full of itself to a certain extent. It's like, oh my God. And I know you might say like I'm hating, but it just seems like every which way they want to circle back to that thing instead of just coming up with just like a whole new. A sequel is one thing, but just like what you've been doing throughout this time, besides going back to that same well.
So this community, none of this exists without you. Thank you.
I was like, have y'all been working on any other original IP from your company?
Special shout out to Carter Swan and the whole PlayStation Productions team and everyone at PlayStation. Thanks so much. Thank you.
Jesus. I'm surprised people still care about that franchise. And you'll think that, you know, whole zombie apocalypse things would have died out after the Walking Dead.
Making games. I mean, it's evolved over time, especially as I've gotten into AAA.
Well, guess what, everybody?
Hindsight is a narrative exploration game which spans the life of a woman named Mary, is taking a core of something that happened in my life, keeping that and fictionalizing the rest of it. Whenever someone tells me that they've cried from something that I've made, it's always when people cry is where I feel, yes, I want to keep doing that. I want to keep making people feel things.
This negative energy just makes me stronger. We will not retreat. This band is unstoppable.
I remember the crap that No Man's Sky got when it first came out. It was just like I can't even recall, but it was like kind of like a slog. It was zero things to do, almost no freaking purpose. Until they had to do some major updates to give something, some credence to it. Over time, then it got better. And it's same thing with Cyberpunk and Street Fighter V. It's just like, what is it was in your heads when y'all produce certain things that seems half freaking done, or it's just such bland or blank, and it's like, okay, it just seems like, okay, like y'all act like y'all haven't made a game before.
Game we announced 10 years ago with this guy right here, Sean Murray. Sean, looks like the content keeps rolling in 2024. But what does the next decade look like for Hello Games?
Well, to start with, next year is going to be a really big year for No Man's Sky. Like you said, I've been working on it for 10 years now. And I still really love it, still really enjoy it. But what people don't know is that for the last 5 years, we've been working on something new.
Another game.
Yeah, something very different, something maybe more ambitious. You know, for...
Here we go. Tell us a bit about it, Sean.
Well, for No Man's Sky, we generated a whole universe of kind of sparse, alien-looking planets. And that wasn't easy, you know, it was hard, but there is something that's much harder that we wanted to do. For our new game, we wanted to create an Earth, you know, something as varied, a planet that is as varied as a universe, something bigger than Earth, something with, you know, mountains, real mountains, not video game mountains, but mountains that are miles high, taller than Everest, that when you climb to the top of them and look out, you can see rivers and canyons and continents, you know, you can see oceans.
So is this like an open world planet kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, the first real open world, right? Something without boundaries. And we're gonna let everyone play in it together. It's, you know, a place where people can live out their sort of adventures together.
Well, we can't wait to take a look at it. We have anything tonight or future? Or?
Yeah, so we have a trailer.
Oh.
And, you know, it's quite a small team that's working on it. Yeah. There's about a dozen of us. Actually, everyone's here. Everyone from the team is here. We're
very excited to share this. You and I have been talking about this one for years.
Yeah, we're super nervous, you know, but really excited. If, you know, if people like it, this is a game I would like to still be updating 10 years from now.
All right, so Game Awards 2033. We'll be back. But no, let's take a look. This is such an incredible project, and I'm honored that we get to show it off. Should we do it, Sean?
Yeah, let's do it.
Here we go.
I mean, you know, the No Man's Sky people, I really don't really care.
From an independent team, absolutely incredible. I've been waiting for years to show that to you, and again, created by the team at Hello Games. So very, very exciting, and I'm excited to see games like that show kind of the next decade of where games are going to, and hopefully TGA too. All right, now join me in welcoming to the stage actor Simu Liu.
What the hell happened to him? Yeah, two Marvel MCU guys here. Shang-Chi and Captain America.
Playing pickup basketball in Miami. I wish there were a better story to this, you guys, but the story is this. You know, as you age, as you get older, you know, particularly as you cross the 30 threshold, your body starts to break down, all right? Things start happening, unless you're Anthony Mackie, for whom I think the laws of aging don't apply. Guys, just, if you're not Anthony Mackie, learn to appreciate the importance of stretching, all right? It's very important. Just keeping it real at the Game Awards, all right? Now, I'm here to share something that I'm really, really excited about. I recently got a chance to team up with Frost Giant on their new real-time strategy game, Stormgate. Now, RTS is a genre that I was absolutely obsessed with as a kid. I loved building armies and obliterating my enemies in Age of Empires, Command and Conquer, and of course, my absolute all-time favorite game, StarCraft. Yes, so happy you guys cheered for that. Now, if you've been destroyed by carriers and void rays on BNet at any point over the past 10 years, that was definitely your boy. And that's why I am so excited for Stormgate. Look, it's a noob strat, I understand, all right? But I loved it. Look, that's why I love Stormgate. It was made by a team of ex-StarCraft developers who are just as obsessed with RTS as I am. And in addition to competitive and co-op modes in the game, it's got an ongoing campaign that was written by Frost Giant with a little help from the legendary Chris Metzen. And so, yes, I brought a little bit of gameplay for y'all, and the first reveal of a pretty badass new character who I may or may not have gotten to voice. Let's have a look.
He is a great actor. I do love Shang-Chi.
Done.
Isn't Frost Giant the same people who made Hades? No, I might be thinking of something else that used the word giant. Supergiant. I think that's Supergiant who made Hades. This is like a different.
That was me. See? Pretty good, right? And now it's time to hand out the next award. Here are the nominees for Best Action Adventure Game.
Best Action Adventure Game.
You're the killer. I don't want to be in the story. Just write me out of this story. It's my fault. This is something else.
Miles, get it off of him! We can fight this together!
Your soul requires cleansing.
How could you let the galaxy fall to this unworthy machine of an empire?
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival.
And the Game Award goes to, no surprise here, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Sure, I guess. I mean, sure.
このゲームを作ったすべてのスタッフを代表して、このような賞をいただき、本当にありがとうございます。
I'm so glad to be able to be here to accept this award on behalf of everyone who worked together to create this game.
我々開発チームはこのゲームをゼルダの伝説の中で最も壮大な冒険になるように一生懸命作り込みました。
Everyone on the development team truly gave their all in in making this game the best that it could be.
プレイヤーの皆さんそれぞれのユニークなゲームプレイが皆さん独自のハイラルの物語となります。プレイヤーの皆さん本当にありがとうございます。
Everyone's unique approach to playing this game can become their own personal story as an adventure through the lands of Hyrule. And to all the players, you have my sincere thanks.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Mr. Numa. And I am happy now to announce winners in a few more categories at the Game Awards. Here are the nominees for Best RPG, Baldur's Gate 3, Final Fantasy 16, Lies of P, Sea of Stars, and Starfield.
Well, I gotta get a feeling Lies of P.
Goes to Baldur's Gate 3. Here are the nominees for Best Sim Strategy Game, Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, City Skylines 2, Company of Heroes 3, Fire Emblem Engage, and Pikmin 4. And the Game Award goes to Pikmin 4. Here are the nominees for Best Sports Racing Game. EA Sports FC 24, F1 23, Forza Motorsport, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, and the
Forza.
And this year the Game Award goes to Forza Motorsport. Congratulations, Kurt Tack. The nominees for Best Multiplayer this year are Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Party Animals, Street Fighter 6, and Super Mario Bros. 1.
Party Baldur's Gate.
And the Game Award goes to Baldur's Gate 3.
It's sweeping. This is what is this?
Voice Award, 100% voted by the fans. Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Phantom Liberty, Genshin Impact,
Give it to Marvel.
Spider-Man 2, and The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. And the Game Award goes to Baldur's Gate 3. Congratulations, Larian.
It's crazy sweep.
Take a look now at this spectacular celebration.
Please don't let it win Game of the Year.
Sphere from Google and Samsung.
What is it with this game that like people like just going cuckoo over? Another, like, it doesn't look like it's an impressive game, but it's like I don't even remember like any type of ads, commercials, or anything about it. It seems like one of those sleeper hits, like it's Hades or something. I don't know, man. That's I'm not saying it shouldn't have gotten any awards, but it's sweeping for no reason.
Bullshit crazy.
I need to get back into playing this game. Even though I suck at it, I do love the animation. Let's rock. All this copyright music. F. Valentine. A K-pop star? That's tomorrow. New game mode. 3 versus 3.
addiction can make stress worse.
Welcome back to the Game Awards. We still got some awards to hand out. Timothée Chalamet will be here to help, and we have some more world premieres, including this one.
Someone's come to my attention, and I'll be damned if I know what to make of it.
Some sort of crystal. Enlightened souls forged great and terrible weapons called the Iconoclasts, from which icons derive their name, and towering against each other in the Magitech War. It seems somebody's woken this place up.
I mean, are we get to play as more people than just the main guy?
What the hell is an iconoclastic defense system? I've a feeling we're about to find out. And that we will not like the answer. Then we better cut this short.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with FF16.
Experience new adventures before the final battle in Final Fantasy XVI with Echoes of the Fallen, which is out tonight on PlayStation 5. There's a shadow drop for you. Now to present our next award, Best Game Direction, please welcome one of our industry's greatest creative forces, the creator of Call of Duty and global GM for Star Wars Jedi, Battlefield, Titanfall, and Apex Legends, Vince Zampella.
Good evening, everyone. So, game design can be chaos. Actually, let me rephrase that. The best game design is almost always part chaos, right? Today, it's really normal for teams of hundreds to work for years on huge open worlds that are condensed into one package. When that chaos has somehow been harnessed into a cohesive artistic expression, that's great game design. So tonight, I'm proud to present the nominees for Best Game Direction.
Best Game Direction.
How do you run from a story that lives in your head?
Together, we might survive. All Miles talks about is how to be a better Spider-Man, how to help.
Please let Spider-Man win something.
Link, you are our final hope. You must find me.
Amazing. And the winner is Alan Wake 2.
Lame! 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 Like, Marvel Spider-Man 2 is such a great game. It's crazy it's not winning nothing.
We want to thank Epic, Hector, Nico for believing in our vision.
Oh my god. And Alan Wake is pretty much just John Wick and Scooby-Doo John Wick.
Direction is nothing without a team to actually build it. And huge thanks to Remedy team for joining us on this venture, wanting to believing it and build it. You know, we can pull into different directions and nothing comes out of it. But when more than 100 people believe in the same vision and build something out of it, we can make miracles. We can make art, and we can be more than the sum of our parts. Our world today could use a bit more of that.
That's a nice one. One other thing, next Monday, December 11th, New Game Plus, the final draft is going to be coming out. New story content, so yeah, go play it. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Game Awards.
Please welcome Gustav Tilleby, the creative director of The Finals.
When we started building this game, we set a bold vision for ourselves. We said that if we're going to make a shooter, it needs to be unique. It needs to be something that no one else is doing. Standing here today, I'm so proud and grateful for the amazing team at Embark Studios who helped make this crazy dream a reality. And of course, to all of you, our amazing players, watching you play the finals has been the most gratifying experience of my entire career. You're not just a part of this journey, you guide us and you inspire us, and I love you for that. Now, let's watch our latest trailer and keep your eyes peeled for the launch date at the very end. It might be sooner than you think. Thank you, and enjoy.
Sorry, copyright. More than likely. Okay. I was really hoping to see something with Wolverine. Now that Spider-Man is like, you know, Spider-Man 2's done, I was expecting, okay, now we can put all of our focus into Wolverine, and I still have not seen nothing. Like, what's up with that? Come on now. It's been 2 years. Did y'all scrap it? I doubt it. And whatever happened to that Wonder Woman game they teased probably just as long ago?
That's right, the finals is out tonight on Steam, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. After the show, make sure to check out the Game Awards in Fortnite as well. All month, fans have been voting for their favorite user-created island of the year, and the winner is Fort Who. Congratulations. You can portal to the winning island from our TGA map, and while you're there, collect all the TGA trophies for an XP boost. We want to help you unlock those Peter Griffin skins. The island code is below. Still to come, the presentation of Game of the Year featuring our orchestral salute to the nominees.
Okay, so far, the show's been all right, but Man, I don't know what's up with this Baldur's Gate getting so much of the nominations. Like, I can't believe it's so good that it's like, oh my god, like it's blowing everybody's mind. It shouldn't be beating out somebody like Spider-Man 3 in every category. Ugh. It's not as bad as it was that year where Ghost of Tsushima and Final Fantasy remake came out and went up against Last of Us Part 2. And Last of Us Part 2 beat out those games. And it's kind of wild to me that Ghost of Tsushima and FF7 remake, great as those games were, and lose against something that's not all that different from what we got from the first game. You're talking about like innovative games. Those games were definitely innovative, brand new. At least one was brand new, and normally remakes typically suck. But you know that and RE4 definitely like showed like no, video games have better remakes than the movies.
Where Google Play will reveal the winner of its Play More award.
Awesome. Thanks, Sydney. Well, now it's time for tonight's final world premiere. That's right, we're getting towards the end of the show. And this one, I will let speak for itself.
It looked like some kind of Legend of Zelda meets Monster Hunter. Yeah, it looks like a Monster Hunter type of thing. There's just certain games that like you just immediately clicks like, yeah, it looks like a thing, and it is the thing.
Please welcome to the stage Monster Hunter series producer Ryozo Tujimoto. It's so great to have you here at the Game Awards. We got to hang out in Osaka earlier this fall where you showed me the gameplay. You gave me a demo of the game, and wow, I gotta tell you guys, it looks incredible. Everyone wants to know, we saw 2025. When do we get to play this?
はい、ようやく、発表することができました。モンスターハンターの新作です。こちらですね、9月に、ゼフさんにも見ていただきましたタイトルなんですが、現状ですね、2025年、リリースを目指して開発しています。
Thank you, Jeff. I'm very happy to finally be able to announce this title to everyone. This title, back in September, we were happy enough to show it to you, is planned for release in 2025.
Wow. I think everyone wants to know, when do they get to see more on this? Any sense of when we're going to see more on this game?
はい、こちらのタイトルの続報はですね、2024年の夏頃、現状予定しておりますので、しばらくちょっとお待ちいただけたらと思っております。それとですね、今年、カプコンがですね、40周年を迎えさせていただきました。この40年間、応援してくださった、ファンの皆様、本当にありがとうございます。これからもですね、皆様に楽しんでいただけるいいゲームを、作っていけるよう努力して、頑張ってまいりますので、これからも引き続きぜひよろしくお願いいたします。
We plan on revealing more information about this game in the summer of 2024, so we hope you keep an eye out for it. Also, Capcom is currently celebrating its 40th anniversary. I would like to thank all of the Capcom fans for all of your love and support throughout all of these years. We couldn't have done it without you. Capcom will continue to create exciting, fun games, and the best is yet to come.
Excellent. Thank you, Ryo.
Thank you.
Great to see you. All right. Well, now to present Game of the Year from the upcoming films Wonka and Dune Part 2, please welcome YouTuber Modded Controller 360.
The twink himself.
The imagination, passion, and technical brilliance of the 6 nominees for the Game of the Year were truly inspiring. Here with a medley celebrating each of these games, once again, Lorne Balfe and the Game Awards Orchestra.
All of it's nearly over. I'm just shocked that we got nothing, like, except that was announced 2 years ago. We still haven't heard nothing from. Maybe because I think the next, like, maybe E3 or Gamescom, more than likely E3, we should hear something for like that Wonder Woman and Wolverine game. But it's odd to me that we still haven't gotten nothing. I was half hoping we get at least some gameplay. I don't know. I don't know what's, holding it up. 2 years should be long enough to get at least some more details since its initial tease. But what you guys think so far of the show? And luckily enough, there's no true cringe moments beyond that. The Kratos actor, obviously have to joke about, carrying on for like 8 minutes last time. But no weird people bursting on stage so far. We haven't gotten that. Matter of fact, now I'm thinking about it. Why isn't no RE4 remake getting any kind of recognition with no awards from that or Spider-Man 2? That is wild to me. But yeah, other than that, nothing weird. Some people's review on Spider-Man 2, they didn't care for the fact that Kraven hardly did much aside from a couple of boss fights where like you're mostly dealing with his thugs and he's supposed to be like the expert hunter and he's pretty much doing cleanup. And looking back on that, I can get what they're coming from. Didn't bother me too much, but it seems like, yeah, this seems like he was relegated to like just cleanup duty pretty much. His men soften you up so he just comes on in.
And the Game of the Year is Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh God, it's not as half as annoying as Last of Us But still, it's like, what's this game that? Oh God. Out of Spider-Man 2 and RE4 remake. Wow. Just wow.
We have an incredible team working on it, and the team at Larian spent their hearts and souls for 6 years on this game in sometimes very difficult circumstances. This was our COVID game. Along the way, we lost quite a few people also, so we want to dedicate this to all the people we lost, and especially to Jim, our lead cinematic artist, who passed away in the last month. I want to thank over 2,000 people, so sit back and relax. But I also want to thank everybody that supported us throughout this entire effort. Our families, our friends, our partners.
And why is he wearing like a suit of armor? What the heck is going on?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I know that's gotta be uncomfortable when you're sitting down that whole time wearing that suit of armor.
Congratulations, Sven. Congratulations to all of tonight's winners. We will see you next year at our 10th Anniversary Game Awards, which I'm happy to announce will return right here to the Peacock Theater on Thursday, December 12th, 2024. Happy holidays. Good night.
Well, that's it. Game Awards is over. December 12th. Next year, I need to put that on my calendar because it's like, wow. Put that in my calendar. Game Awards December 12th next year. Another Thursday. I'm just like flabbergasted. Oh my god. Spider-Man 2 didn't get nothing. RE4 didn't get nothing. Most, RE4, honestly, the game that made, like, I mean, it's like, it's up there with games like GoldenEye and Arkham City, and it's just like one of those kind of games that's like broke the mold in terms of video games in history. Didn't get nothing. Oh my god, is Baldur's Gate. And sorry for those Baldur's Gate fans. I'm sorry. I just can't. I don't understand the appeal. Sure, it was maybe like a win, maybe best RPG. I guess that makes sense. But like, I don't know if it's worthy of Game of the Year. Best narrative. Oh, God. Anyway, I'll have this up on maybe YouTube, depending on like if it's not going to be too much of a big deal with certain stuff. I try to, mute certain songs that might fall into the copyright kind of situation, so I'll try to get this up on YouTube soon. I'll be going up on live again in a few minutes because I want to get to playing some Overwatch 2 and play the Mauga guy who's now officially out, so I'm looking forward to playing him. And pretty soon, like, the holiday event Winterfest thing is gonna come up. I thought it would be up right now considering it's December. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. It's been one hell of a ride. It was darn near 4 hours long, but it was a fun show. No cringy moments, no interrupting kids out of nowhere, none of that stuff. And I'm pretty sure from now on they're gonna have like security and guard ropes up there, so to monitor who's supposed to be up there and who's not. But anyway, hope to see you guys later on. Look out for more reviews in the coming weeks, and I'll see you all soon. Take care.